Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. It'll be Austin off the tip. Butler with the steal. Mitchell looking it over. And a miss there on the triple. Outside, George. And Durant sends it back.
And how about the reach of Durant? Terrific job of having that on display defensively.
Back to Mitchell. The three. And the three ball is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Time called here. Austin decides to talk it over. Making a switch here. All with it. Here's the three. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Mitchell outside. Pass to Gasol. Back to Mitchell. Fires for three. Good, and the assist, that time by Gasol.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
Wall, that's a two-pointer. And once again off the mark by Austin.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
KD on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. In the corner, George with it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Butler. Launches it. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss. From deep, Wall connects from three-point range.
Yeah, I mean from three. Wall looking relaxed out there, and one of the game's more confident players. He can be a streaky but deadly outside shooter.
And that one's good. Durant.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Wall's shot is off. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Albuquerque. 3-point lead. Richard, something amazing about Donovan Mitchell. He averages over 20 points per game every single season.
Yeah, he is just a natural, talented scorer. He beats you in so many different ways. What I like most about his numbers, they go up in the postseason.
And here's Wall, following the three from Kevin Durant. From downtown, Wall with another miss.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here's Mitchell. Following the miss by John Wall.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And once again off the mark by Austin.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on John Wall.
Yeah, easy call.
Albuquerque shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And Mitchell drops them both. 6 seconds left to play here in the first. And here's Wall outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Albuquerque going into the break with a 10-point lead. They have made it very tough. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what stands out to you from Albuquerque in this one so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchup defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
And Mitchell puts up a deep three. And it's Austin with the rebound. Stolen by Mitchell. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. To the middle. Here's Mitchell. Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Albuquerque leading by 9. Pass to Bradley. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Bradley's got his first points in this one.
At his size, KD is able to see the floor so well. And it helps him make passes just like that.
Now, here's George. Ooh, what a slam!
Oh, my.
What a slam!
Gracious. And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Here's Mitchell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick and roll game, and he's improved his distance from three. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think D. Wade with a better jumper.
Abdul-Jabbar for 3. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Albuquerque leading by 10. The drive by Mitchell. Misses in close. Drives to the hoop. Yes, that goes in. Wall's got 5.
And on the drive, Wall can be so sudden, striking before the defense gets a chance to load. And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Third team foul.
Here's KD. The layup off target. Stolen by Durant. Outside Butler.
2 minutes.
Butler on the way. Back to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3 points.
15 points in the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Albuquerque.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And you're also seeing that high motor in terms of their ability to block shots or alter them, bringing that presence defensively. And this is where you feed Gasol. The deeper positioning he can get, the more aggressive he becomes.
Abdul-Jabbar for 3. Rebound by Albuquerque. For Albuquerque, they've been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. That free throw good from Durant.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Albuquerque leading by 12. Outside Rose.
Austin foul call.
Over Smith.
J.R. Smith.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
5th team foul.
Free throw good, Rose.
Albuquerque.
And you gotta love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
Smith outside. Garnett outside. Levine deciding where to go with it. 4 on the shot clock. And Kareem throws it down.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
There's Rose with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Rose has got 5 points now this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
There's Crawford with the 3. The kick out to Rose. Kevin Garnett with the steal. Gets it off. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Albuquerque riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Rose. Kicks it out to Crawford. Back to Rose. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Smith for 3. The rebound by James. Rose with the ball. And Abdul-Jabbar picks him up defensively. Austin trails by 15. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Crawford outside. Takes the 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Crawford's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Albuquerque. Smith for three. Nice D from Rose.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
On the wing, Levine. Outside Durant. Count that one.
So polished from the interior. Durant is terrific at utilizing his physical advantages down on the block.
Here's Rose. Pass to Gasol. Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. That's a two from Smith. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He wants to talk to his guys. Both teams will make substitutions. Albuquerque leading by 14. Here's Mitchell driving to the basket. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on George. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
Their usual strong work at the line has been on display here tonight. But then again, they almost never have an off night at the stripe.
Shots good from Butler.
And down in the corners, Butler can be dangerous. He's pretty comfortable with that shot.
Pass to KD.
I see it.
Mitchell left side. The wide open look for Durant. No good on the three. Here's Wall. And Wall slams it home.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
And he drives in. Outside, George. Right at the free throw line. Rebound by Albuquerque. .106 left to play in the third. Gasol.
Pau Gasol.
And finished off by Gasol.
And being Gasol is 7 feet tall, Duncan probably comes easily. The D's going to have to do a better job of getting him off his spot.
Here's Williamson. Good work defensively by Gasol.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
And Austin has possession. Gasol pulls it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Outside, Wall. Into the lane. Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And so it's Albuquerque closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Austin. And that one, good.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
Ball's knocked loose. Fires the three. The shot off that time. Albuquerque leading by 18. Butler on the way. From the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
Shot IQ has always been a strength for Butler. He's not one to force up a bad shot.
It's Wall with the drive.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Pass to Butler. Williamson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Pushing it up. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And big scoring night for Wall. And for him, it's about the rhythm. When he's locked in, that gives him the confidence to keep firing.
Back to Butler. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. The three-pointer is right on target.
And he's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits. And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
That one falls.
The defense has to make it tougher for Butler. Can't give him that.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Wall. And there's the drive. And Wall slams it home.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Duncan with the block.
And setting the tone with that rejection. Duncan, the defensive anchor of this team.
Shots good by Butler.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Goes up on the wing. Wall's shot is off. Albuquerque leading by 22.
Paul George. Third personal foul. First team foul.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, KD. Here's Mitchell going inside. Outside, Butler. Inside. And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Goes back up. Duncan knocks it loose. Here's Worthy. Takes it off the glass.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
Here's Butler. Butler can't get that one to fall. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the shot goes down. Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. Both teams changing it up here. Time called here. Austin decides to talk it over. There's 49 seconds left in the game. Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Austin making a switch here. And here's Rose. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And Albuquerque leads by 20.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Out to Smith. Over Mitchell. Here's Yao. And Yao slams it in. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Austin foul. Jalen Green. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The free throw drops for Rose.
At the line for Albuquerque. Derrick Rose.
And Rose drops them both. And Austin has possession. Now Green. This one for three. No good. And so Albuquerque takes the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team... The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines.
Here we go.
And it's going to be Nashville off the tip. Now Williamson. There's the drive. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And here's Wall outside. It's hauled in by Ginobili. Down low. Here's Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili.
That's going to be a difference-making shot for Zion if he can dial that in.
Time called here. Austin decides to talk it over. And Nashville making a change here. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Austin. Castiel. Abdul-Jabbar on the wing. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. Over Ginobili. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away.
Maybe not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
Ginobili gets the bucket.
And the touch from Ginobili, so clever and confident on the interior.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's George. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
To the middle. Here's Robinson. Moves back up. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. Those 3-pointers off the mark. George with the ball. Picked up by Ginobili. Back to Wall. For Mitchell. And the rebound goes to Nashville.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And it's Williamson missing. Fast break. Here comes Austin. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now, here's Mitchell. And the 3-ball is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Porter with it. He's picked up by KD and finished off by Porter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Porter with the steal. Mitchell wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Mitchell's got 6 points.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic just like Mitchell.
Nashville on D. They lead by 4. And that one drops for him.
Sometimes Wall seems just undeniable. Even the contact doesn't slow him down.
Nashville passing it around. Ginobili with the 3. And again, it's Nashville from deep.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Williamson. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. Boston trails by 3. For 3. A three-pointer is right on target. He has 7.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Austin's performance here, guys, what have they been doing, or what haven't they been doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
To the inside. And the dunk by Robinson.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, absolutely aggressive move by Durant, taking it right to the hole with authority.
Here's Williamson, and the rejection by Smith. Pass to Durant. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Williamson, and finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Launches it. Yao with the block. Out of bounds as Nashville keeps possession.
Substitution on the court.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And here's Reeves outside. Drops in the tray. Reeves has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending. He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before, Richard. Do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
Outside for Roy. It's up a 3. Rebound by Smith.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the foul called on Austin Reeves.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Nashville on D. 6-point game. Pass to Yao. Outside for George. Clock at 6. Shoots from the line. Oh, that's offensive interference.
No basket.
Nashville leading by 6. From deep, Reeves. Rebound by Yao Ming. Smith outside. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. The shot's good from Roy. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Nashville?
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
They've out-hustled their opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage.
Now Smith following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan. And Smith with the stuff.
Speed. JR makes a living driving to the hoop.
Here's Reeves. He's got 6. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, kicks it out to Jordan. Gay outside.
And Gay is just so crafty inside, forcing the defense to hit him in the paint.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Nashville, Rudy Gay. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Gay. And so he makes both from the line.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Smith outside. Outside for KD. Goes up the baseline. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Nashville bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
32.
They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Wall. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And Siakam has got the ball here for Nashville. Outside Roy. This one for 3. And it's Austin with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Wall. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
And the explosiveness Wall brings to the point guard position is special. This guy is a major threat when healthy.
And so Wall nails both of them. Nashville leading by 5. Reeves outside. Outside for Roy. Trains the three-pointer. Roy's got 6 points.
Good to see Roy knocking it down from long range, wanting to be a bigger threat from there.
No one near Wall as he lets it go. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player. Yeah, I mean, from 3. Wall looking relaxed out there, and one of the game's more confident players. He can be a streaky but deadly outside shooter.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. For Nashville, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The first one falls.
At the line for 2.
Both shots good from the stripe. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's George. Duncan trying to break loose. And it's George missing. Nashville leading by 7. Now, here's Siakam. Nothing on the board. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on James Worthy.
And right there, you see the impact of Siakam's length. So tough to defend once he gets to his spot.
Siakam hits them both. Boston trails by 9. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And that one's good. Williamson.
That's going to be a difference-making shot for Zion if he can dial that in.
Picked by Gay. Pass to Roy. And stolen by Worthy. Smith with a wide open look. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. And now just a 4-point Nashville lead. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Jordan with it. Ball's knocked loose. And out of bounds as Austin gains possession. And here's Smith. He has 7. Inside. It's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for Nashville. And here's Jordan outside. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Boston trails by 4. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
104 left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Williamson missing. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And when he's healthy, Zion is a force, an athletic freak who makes an impact on both ends.
Nashville leading by 5. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Williamson's got 7.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Smith for 3. And the rebound goes to Nashville. Mitchell outside. Pass to Porter. Takes a 3. Duncan grabs the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
For Nashville, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 6. Here's Wall. And Wall slams it home.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
It's Porter outside. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game. And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And so it's Nashville ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Ginobili. In the corner, it's Robinson. 3-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Now Porter. Porter double team. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And again, it's Nashville from deep.
And you got to be right up on Mitchell, or else he will punish you right off the catch.
To the paint. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Nashville?
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Oh,
Yes!
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
The shot by Abdul-Jabbar, no good.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
From outside the arc, here's Williamson. Lays it up and banks it in. And Nashville leads by 21.
I'll tell you, Zion can do that all night. Terrific offensive rebound.
Here's Wall. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And they go to the intentional foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
First team foul.
Now here is Robinson.
2 minutes.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
Nashville.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Smith for 3. And once again off the mark by Austin. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Nashville. They've only given up 1 point in the 4th quarter. Here's Williamson. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
As you expect, Zion getting forceful and dominant inside.
And once again off the mark by Austin.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Nashville passing it around. Mitchell outside. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Mitchell's got 9 points now in just the second half. Beyond the arc. And that's good. J.R. Smith for 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
No one near Williamson as he lets it go.
Zion.
And again, it's Nashville from deep.
3 points.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Here's
Piper. Call me Mrs. Parlay, and I'm carrying these. Why you say I do that when I didn't do that? Pull up looking like a lick, then I sped off in the Benz. Victoria's Secret, she a 2 feet kicking. We on just doing. Get the f out my way. 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 Get the whip my Bentley truck. Keep starting. Make a dap and duck. Make a dap and duck. Make a hokey pole. Line these up and make them do the dosey-do. I got the two-tone. I feel like Thanos in this. I'm too. I be like, then I'm gone. I be like, then I'm gone. Then the drum. Leave me alone. I be on these minds in they head just like a comb. I'm too grown. I'm too on. I'm too rich and I'm too. What the is you on? Get the out my home. Get the out my way. 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 Move, Graham, I go ham, swap me up a man talking on Instagram. See me and start to stuttering.